guys. It's Megan.
And it's Leah.
And we messed up a little bit on Monday.
We fucked up.
We had some technical difficulties. So we figured we'd kind of go over some of the things you may have missed or may have not been able to hear. We had some great music that we talked about, and we want to make sure everybody gets heard. We also had some news, but the music is the more important part.
The most
important part.
We also can't talk today, so bear with us as we get through this absolute shit show 2.0. That's the name of this episode. Shit show. I just proved my own point. Okay, let's do this. New Music Monday.
New Music Monday.
But it's Thursday.
New Music Monday on Thursday. All right. First up, we had Radio Silence by A Light Divided. They're great.
Light Divided.
A Light Divided. They're really great.
Yeah.
We actually played with them in Virginia a couple years ago. They're from
You say we, like people, like this is Misty.
I know. My band Misty, I played with them a couple years ago in Virginia, and they were phenomenal. We got to listen to them and check them out. They're actually from North Carolina, though.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
The funny thing is they play a lot of the same shows you guys do.
Yeah, they're
very similar.
Very similar.
But anyways, talk about the actual song.
Radio Silence. It's very good.
It's really good. I feel like I'm sitting in one of those like race car arcade games.
Yeah. That bass line,
yeah.
That was really accurate.
That was it. That was our official review of Radio Silence by Light Divided.
That's the song. That's the whole song.
That's it.
All right. Okay, the next one we got is how can some experience what pride is without liberation for all by Jules. And Jules. And they are located in the UK.
That's cool.
And this was a really cool song.
It is a cool song.
Because like he's got like
the spoken word aspect of it. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I really like the chorus because he's like yelling.
Yeah,
it's like so passionate and emotional.
It is, and we talked about kind of how it has the whole like the artwork and the title are so captivating.
Yeah, like you're captivated before you ever even hear the song, which is so important.
It is,
and it gets you thinking. It's deep.
Yeah, but. It does. And then a banger of a song to accompany the artwork and the title, which doesn't always happen. So
that's true.
This is absolutely, you get like, you hear a song that has like a long provoking title and you're like, the fuck is this? This is not an example of that. This song is really good.
And so is the title.
It is, yeah.
And so is the album.
I'm so lost in the sauce, like listening to it in my headphones that like I can't even talk about it.
Plus, like I know we had talked about the fact that we love it when other bands outside of the United States really let their accents shine through.
Yeah.
And he does this, and I love it.
I
love it more than life itself.
Yeah.
Picture this. That's part of the song. Anyway, moving on. We have To the Light by How 9.
How 9.
And they're from Berlin.
Ah.
Berlin,
German.
Yeah.
He also lets his accent show through.
I feel like there was a part of this song that sort of reminded me of Living Dead Girl. Like,
he
has
a very Rob Zombie vibe to his vocals.
Like this. That part specifically.
Yeah. He does highest praise to you because your vocals and you remind me of Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
So.
It's super.
I hope you take that as a compliment. I would take it as a compliment if anyone told me I reminded them of Rob Zombie.
I'd be insulted. I'm kidding.
Some totally people would be.
I mean, if that's not the vibe or the goal, then it'd be like, man.
I mean, I don't think they're like trying to sound like Rob Zombie. I think he gives off this aura.
No, I know.
And
I'm just mean like if you're going for like Katy Perry and someone's like, oh yeah, you remind me of Rob Zombie, you're gonna be like, why?
What the hell?
You're doing something wrong, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. The last single that we have is In Too Deep by Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one time we like literally like dissociated to the song? Just like that. Yeah. This is a good song.
It really is.
You did Dead Poet Society. Moving on.
That's all you have to say about it.
I feel like I said it's like so hard to like have to like talk about it and like give the performance of a lifetime talking about a song that you're so like in, like you ever get like so sucked into a song you're like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, it's like no words will do it justice.
Right. So that's this for me. And then I also had to do this on Monday where I had to give a description of it on Monday. And so now you're asking me for a second time to give a song a description that is indescribable.
I'm sorry.
That's how I am about the song. It's that good.
All right, well, it's really good, and that's all she has to say.
Yep.
Next up, we have self-titled. It's not called self-titled, but it's a self-titled album by Dr. West and the
It's
Thing.
Dr. West and the Thing by Dr. West and the Thing.
Yes. And we went over their song Nice Shades a few weeks ago.
We
and
sure did.
Loved it.
Yeah, we do. We love a dance hall punk vibe.
Yes. And we also love this album.
We do. This is LP. A banger of an album. It's just fun.
It is. It is super fun. If you went and listened to Nice Shades and you liked it, check out the rest of the LP because you will not be disappointed.
I want to be like walking through Santa Monica with this like bumping on.
Yeah, it's like
I want to be Tom Felton riding my skateboard with my dog next to me, headphones on, listening to Dr. West and the Thing. This is what I feel like Tom Felton listens to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaggy hair and all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Total beach vibes.
Absolutely.
I love it. Which is funny because they're from Oklahoma.
Well, they shouldn't be. You guys should relocate, honestly. If I'm giving you any advice today, is you should relocate to California because you would blow up.
Oh, man. Anyway, moving on to the next one. We have Lost and Separated by Chris Marigoth.
Nice.
My favorite song, and I know
Without You. Oh. This is such a good song. Okay, this whole EP is real good, but this song, I don't like. Her vocals just match this tone, like the song so well.
They make it.
Yeah.
If you can do more songs with Nadine Hope,
yes,
do it.
Do it, because she's like the perfect like complement to your like. She's like you ever get like a really good cup of black coffee, and you're like, I just need that pinch of sugar. That's what she is. She's the dash of sugar in your really good, well-made black coffee.
The highest quality grounds.
The highest, yeah.
And then
that's
also
like the
sugar.
Yeah. That's the stuff right there.
That's the stuff.
It's like my Merlot infused chocolate coffee.
Yeah.
It needs not shit except for like a dash of like creamer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ace. She's a dash of creamer and they're my Merlot infused chocolate coffee.
Her harmony in the choruses.
Yeah.
Kill me every time.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice.
Oh my God. She's like an angel. I love her. I don't know her, but I love her. All right. Moving on. Next we have pirate metal. I really like that. Can you do it again?
Pirate metal.
That was very pirate metal of you.
Please sample that on your next album. What is it called? They're doing 3, right?
Yeah, it's Tales, Sagas, and Legends. And this is the second in that trilogy.
Sample that sound on Legends. I'm begging you.
Yes. But it's cool because this it tells the story of an old sea captain named Boone O'Malley.
Boone O'Malley. But is he single?
Probably.
That was stupid.
Is he cute?
Is it cute?
Is he cute?
Does he look like Jack Sparrow? Johnny Depp, is that you?
No, he's got to look like Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom wasn't a pirate.
I mean, no, but he traveled with them.
Okay.
He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, so he is now.
No, he's not.
He's a pirate now.
Stellan Skarsgård actually Stellan Skarsgård was a pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was Bootstrap Bill, who was Will Turner's dad.
Oh, okay,
Bootstrap Bill Turner was Will Turner's dad.
That's right.
So I guess you could make an argument that Will Turner is a pirate. We're so off track right now.
He's a pirate. Anyway, it's really cool. I think pirate metal is an interesting genre.
It's not bad. At first, when you said you were like, hey, we got some pirate metal, I was like,
what?
And then I heard and I was like
it's popular. There's a big thing for it, and I get it. It's so fun. It's like listening to the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that track?
Okay, you know the kombucha girl meme where it's like she looks mad. She's like, it's like pirate metal, and it's like Grim Gods. That's how I feel about it.
Yes,
Grim Gods, you did it.
You did it.
You won me over.
All right.
Oh boy, mateys.
All right. You love this next person.
Do I? Who is it? It's MG Bay.
MG Bay.
Machine Gun Belly. Machine Gun Kelly put out his debut punk pop album is what I'm going to call it. His debut album. The other ones are obsolete. He put out his punk pop album, Tickets to My Downfall, and this shit slaps harder than my mom does when I forget to do the dishes.
You're on a roll today.
Thank you. I don't know what it is.
You're funny.
But thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. My therapist says I am too.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. She's not lying. She wouldn't lie to me. I pay her.
You pay her
to be honest.
Wow.
Anyways, Machine Gun Kelly put out Tickets to My Downfall, and you should listen to it because it's good.
Yeah.
And I love him.
I like this genre for him way better.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know who he was before he started doing punk pop music, and now I'm like #1 MGK stan.
Well, dude, we saw him at Epicenter. And
I wasn't there.
I know you weren't, but
Bruh.
What's
his real name? Machine Gun.
Hey, Machine.
Hey, girl, I'm gonna Google it.
Mr. Kelly.
Mr.
Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. Let's see.
I know this is stupid. It's fine.
Colson Baker. I knew that was his name. Colson.
That's right. I've tagged him in
that.
so many TikToks, and that's his name. Colson.
Oh, was Halsey.
Oh yeah, she did do a song with him.
She sure did.
All right, we have one more for this segment. And this is, it speaks for itself. It's the only word to describe this album.
It's the Deftones. The Deftones.
It's the MGK. It's the Deftones. We got the Chris Marigoth on today. I'm just going off.
The
Alight Divided.
The She Had Bangs. Hey y'all.
The headbanging cheese. Anyway,
I'm not banging my head into a wall right now.
I'm not nearly as funny as you. I'm sorry.
You are funny. I don't know what you're talking about.
I said not nearly as funny as you. I did not say I'm not funny.
Oh,
first of all,
wow, really awkward, really fast.
I'm allowed to toot my own horn.
Are you?
I'm funny.
You are funny.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You get to be the front one of a band. You can let me be funny.
I mean, I already have said
I'm the funny one.
I already said you're funnier than
we
me.
know you're the talented one. Let me be the funny one. Anyways, Deftones put out an album called Ohms.
That's all you need to know.
And that's what you need to know. I don't know how to I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm Rolling Stones when it comes to the Deftones. Like, it's good. You know it's good. It's Deftones. It's gonna be good. That's what you need to know.
It's the Deftones.
It's the Deftones. What the fuck else do you need to know? It's fire. It's good. Okay, it's Deftones. I'm not gonna sit here and be like 3.5 stars by Rolling Stone. You know what I mean? It's
the tones were a little off. The vocals are weak. I'm just kidding.
It's not where it was in 1985.
I can't talk about anything from 1985 because I wasn't even alive.
I was making a sarcastic comment, but let's move on.
All right, we have one last thing.
The Deftones. Well, we miss you.
All right, we had a new music video come out for this one. It was not a new song.
Alter Bridge,
Native Son. Check it out.
Alter Bridge.
That's all I have to say about it.
Yep, check it out. It's cool.
All right, I guess we should go on to some rock and metal news.
Yes.
All right, do you want to do the thing?
What's the thing?
Oh wow, or not.
Oh, the scrolling thing is what you're talking about.
The
okay.
Scrolling thing.
Alrighty, y'all. So Facebook coming in hot. I actually went through this today with their new music guidelines.
Oh my gosh.
Don't be copyrighting nobody. Even if you didn't copyright somebody, they're still going to take your stuff down because, to quote Celine Dion, that's the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Yeah, so the whole thing was that they used some really vague phrasing that users are not allowed to use videos to create a music listening experience.
Which is exactly what I did today when I posted, I'm going to share this on the page. Today I made a mashup and I call it I Put a Spell on the Weekend. And it is a mashup of I Put a Spell on You by Bette Midler and Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
It's really bad.
I will literally play it at the end of this to send us out.
How?
Through my microphone.
Oh, I'm like, we don't have that technology. Well, we do, but we don't know how to work it.
Yeah. We have the technology. We don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Or how it does.
Yeah. But basically Facebook is saying it's so funny because they reference TikTok. They say that
Hit your hand.
yes. They recommend to use short clips of music similar to what is used in TikToks. And there must be a video of you dancing to it.
A piece of artwork I made.
Oh my god.
We should have used. Can we use that as the cover? Each episode. We'll use it for next week's.
Yes.
Okay.
Next week. I'm about it.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
already used the MGK with the Golden Girls, so why not Blinding Lights? God, why not The Weekend
With the Sanderson sisters.
with the Sanderson sisters?
Abel Sanderson.
We love them. All right, let's go through these real fast. We have some anniversaries and some birthdays.
What?
What?
It's your birthday. Go, Shotty. It's your birthday.
All
We're gonna party
right.
like it's your birthday. Gonna sip a Cardi like it's your Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, can we? They're still going up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was like,
we're just jamming.
Sorry.
I mean, I like a little background
It
music.
is what it is.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Roses
Okay.
are red.
Violets are blue. Don't always be like that, but sometimes they do. All right,
We'll
we
get
have
there
some
one day.
anniversaries. Okay. From Mars to Sirius by Gojira. Gojira. It's 15th anniversary. Turned 15.
Quinceañera.
Wow, it's an adult woman now. Wow. Good Charlotte by Good Charlotte turned 20.
Good Charlotte by Good Charlotte off the album Good Charlotte. This album was so good though. Like this had East Coast Anthem. This had little things. Okay, let's talk about Little Things. I don't want to say it's underrated, but it is certainly not given the respect it deserves in comparison to some of other Good Charlotte songs.
Facts of life. A New American Gospel by Lamb of God turns 20th as well. Wow, A New American Gospel is the same age as Good Charlotte by Good Charlotte. Damn.
I hate how I said that, like trying to do. Lamb of God feels so much older than Good Charlotte.
I mean, yeah.
I must say that and what's his name?
Come for you.
What is his name? Jonathan.
Not Jonathan Davis. Is that
no. What's the lead singer of Lamb of God's name? He's gonna come through the TV and punch me for calling him old.
Yes, dude. If you're watching this,
sorry, I don't my bad.
So Wrong It's Right by All Time Low turned 13.
13, little teenager baby.
He's now a teenager. That's so nice.
So Wrong It's Right. What an album. 6 feet under the stars.
Classic. A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco turned 15. They can now get their driver's permit.
Okay, let's talk about A Fever. So later on this year, in a few episodes, Megan and I are going to start incorporating a segment in lieu of.
Don't ever say that again.
I know. Instead, one of our discussion topics, I would like to start doing it maybe once a month, where we break down the evolution of a band.
I love that idea. It's a really good idea.
And the first one we're going to do is Panic at the Disco. We're going to break down the evolution of Panic at the Disco.
I'd be offended if it was anyone else.
True. But anyways.
Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue turns 37.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Did you ever watch The Dirt on Netflix?
Yes.
With Colson Baker?
Yeah. That took me a second. I was like, who?
MGK.
Yes.
Machine Gun Belly.
Machine Gun Belly.
I love you.
Colson, if you're watching this.
Colson, please come on our show. I would literally die.
I would as
well. If we ever got Machine Gun Kelly on our show.
He would be the last episode because we would peak.
Yeah, I would cancel the show after that. I'd be like, thanks everyone for watching. I don't know where to go from here.
That's the season finale.
The series finale.
The series finale. I was gonna say something and I don't remember.
Was it about Fortress by Alter Bridge?
Probably.
They're 7 years old today.
Wow.
Not today. I don't know. This week.
Yeah, the past couple days they turned that old. All right. So we got some birthdays too.
Birthdays.
Sean
Crahan. Clown.
What a clown.
What a clown. He turned 51 this week.
He did.
Good for him.
Happy birthday. That's a new high score for you, dude.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna post that on our Instagram and tag him in it.
Okay.
New high score 51. Is he the oldest member of Slipknot? I believe he is the oldest member of Slipknot.
I don't know. We can do some research.
Google that shit.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
No, I'm not either, but we'll look after. I want to know.
We'll keep y'all posted. Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down. We love Three Doors Down. He's a singer, by the way. He turned 42. What a man.
Yeah,
He also reached a new high score.
sure did.
Both of them did.
I love Three Doors Down, but like, man, I don't know if you follow them on the internet. They are like,
What? I do not follow them.
don't
Okay.
appreciate their music. Don't follow them online.
Okay.
It's not worth it. It's not worth your sanity.
Heard. All right. Well, that's all the new music
And
the
music news.
I said
New
news.
music and music news.
New music and music news. So, in the original live airing of this episode, we had a special guest, our first guest as well. Noe. Ian Koletsis, former tour manager for Neck Deep and current
Booking assistant at group.
Yes. That. Yep. So we're gonna cut to that and you guys can enjoy some
The
quality
not shitty
audio.
part of Monday night's episode.
Yes. All right. So
we're gonna. Oh, I have to send you out to the sweet sounds of.
oh man.
You thought I was gonna forget, didn't you?
I was hoping you would. Oh my. Well, I guess.
I put a spell on you.
Oh God.
And now you're mine.
I made this.
You can't stop the things I do. I'm blind.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. So we're really excited to have you on.
Yeah, this is
Thank
really
you guys for
fun.
having me.
We're excited. Absolutely. So, okay, tonight's topic obviously is the importance of a fan base to a band or an artist, especially in this day and age.
Mhm.
So, if you strip back management and publicity and the label, where do you think, like, how important is it to have a fan base, and how far does the fan base carry a band or an artist?
I mean, the fan base is the most important part. You don't have a livelihood. You can't make money without a fan base. But also, just having like, it's kind of meaningless if you don't have other people vibing off it and people like really into what you're doing, because I mean, you can make as much money as you like, but you're not engaging with people. I think is a lot of what the artists enjoy. I think a lot of it is why they do it. Especially the artists that I've worked with, a lot of them really love to interact with their fans, and I think that's very important. But in terms of how important are fans in general, the most.
Absolutely. I could not agree more because like
Yeah.
it's where you get all your energy. Like you said, like that's who you vibe with. It's everything.
You
important.
understand better than I do about like the whole like fan like
The
engagement
interactions.
thing. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like they're like your label's not paying your bills. So
no,
absolutely
they're
not.
one of your bills.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, I think that I mean, I've played in bands before myself, and I've played to two people in a bar, and you can vibe yourself, but it's nowhere near the same as other people.
Yeah.
Into it with you. Yeah.
And like I've noticed the same thing with like live streaming concerts have been obviously really popular for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can still kind of interact with like the comment section, but it's not the same. It's not the same as being on stage and having everyone right in front of you.
Yeah.
But
I think that's a big thing because I know we talked about this, I guess last week. Somebody was like, oh, concerts are never going to go back to normal. Bands are just going to find the easy money and making live streams. And I'm like, they don't want to do that.
There's also not a lot of easy money in that. There's that's very hard money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you say, in your expert opinion, what are some signs of a really strong fan base?
I think that social media, as toxic as it is plays a very important part in that. I think that if you're good at engaging with your fans on social media, that is a very big. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
I've noticed when bands do it right, people are interested in what they have to tweet, even when it's a tweet about absolutely nothing, people are like, oh my God, did you see they said this? Like, it's because, and when they retweet their fans, they like their fans' stuff. Like, that kind of stuff is important, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really do. I've seen it. It can go bad in the opposite direction too. You know, some people get a little too personal opinion on there and all that sort of stuff, and that's
Yeah.
not necessarily what the world wants. But
Right.
it's also it's an outlet. Like, it is the artist's pages, right? So they can be themselves. And I'm sure there's people behind the scenes at somewhere they go, don't say that, or don't post this, or you should post that. And the artist is like, I don't want to post that. Like, that definitely happens. But at the end of the day, artists are artists because they want to express themselves, right?
Right.
So whether, I mean, you can't just, that's not a freedom to say and do whatever you want. That's ridiculous. But within like reason, that's what to be yourself and to express that, that's important. And I think that a lot of that shows, and that connects with fans as well. I know Ben from Neck Deep, who I worked with, he was always great with his social medias, and he was always himself. Like,
Yeah.
everything he put up there, I could literally hear him saying it every time I saw it, you know? And
Yeah, he
that's
put something super vulnerable up about the new album release, and we talked about it last week, but
Yeah.
he gets super vulnerable,
Mhm.
and he keeps it very real online, which I applaud.
Yeah, because I mean that I feel like that's so hard to do sometimes, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's like it's really refreshing to see because
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, they're people.
Yeah.
Well, they are, and I think that's the one big common misconception, is that fans think that these people in bands are, you know, it's like, it's crazy, it's exciting, it's all that. Like, Leah's seen it with me. Like, it's just a bunch of, you know, degenerates sitting on a bus and just having a good time. But they are just people, and it's important to remember that. And I'd read what Ben put up, it was like a week or so ago now, but you know, that's important too. I think that us as a community right now, the whole world's up in flames. It's important to feel that sense of community, and I think people like Ben, who are coming out and being vulnerable and saying that it's okay to be vulnerable, and that he goes through what all of us are going through, is very important. I think that he's not trying to build a fan base out of that. He's just trying to be real, and I think in turn that does build a fan base.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, that kind of segueing into the next question is, what do you think the fan artist relationship should look like, particularly now?
Yeah.
I think this is a very fine line here. I want to, like, I think that there's got to be some sort of element of not mysteriousness, but like, fans don't need to know every little detail about everyone in the band. Like, I think that that's kind of, like, I was there when I was a kid. I knew everything about Tom DeLonge. I was a massive, you know, I still am a massive Blink fan, but I don't think that, you know, especially for your private life and stuff like that, I think that there needs to be a disconnect there. And because of that, I think that the fan artist relationship needs to stay in a very, what makes you stoked about our band? And then they say, oh, I love this, I relate to this lyric and that, and then the artist can be like, well, I'm glad that I helped you through that, or I'm glad that I helped you, I could relate to you on some level. And honestly, I think that's kind of as far as it needs to go. Like, it doesn't need to go much further than that. I think if you get the opportunity, and you're not always going to get the opportunity to speak to an idol or someone that you look up to, I think there's responsibilities from both parties that, you know, the artist needs to respect the fact that they are looked up to, and they are, you know, seen as this, oh my God, it's someone famous or whatever. And then the fan also needs to respect the fact that that is a real person.
Yeah.
And I think that when you're excited and you're like hyped about something, you forget that. Like it happens, and that's
Yeah.
there's so many Neck Deep fans that I know, got a little too excited here and there, and that's just how it is. But there was nothing over the top or anything. It was just like there was some really, people that were just really, really into the band. And at the end of the day, it's great. But I think you also need a team around you that recognizes what isn't right, and having like our crew and band all amazing when it came to that stuff, and everyone would like, like, hey, that was weird, right? And I'm like, yeah, that was weird. Like, I'm glad you recognized that. I'm glad we all did. Let's move on. Like,
Okay, so on a side note, you stop working for Neck Deep. They go on tour with Blink.
yeah, that was a little bit of a kick in the shins. No, I'm stoked for that. I was so happy, and I actually got to go on a couple of shows. So
good.
Adam Shoji, who was working with us before I left, he took over the job, and so he was working with them on that tour, and he had to go back to Canada, I think, for a wedding. So, and it was on the West Coast where I'm living right now, so it was just easy for me to jump in the bus and do a couple of shows. It was fun.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we went and saw it, and it was really good.
It was.
a
It was a good time. It was a good time. I am curious though. What is the craziest thing that happened to you while you were the tour manager for Neck Deep? I've heard some of Leah's stories, but I would love to hear.
Oh, the craziest! I've probably suppressed them so much I've forgotten. But, I don't know. Like the memory that sticks out the most to me is when, and it's not one particular instance, but actually I'll pull one instance out. Manchester Academy headline tour, hometown show for the guys, sold out, 2,500 people. There was about 300 people backstage. Everything went off without a hitch, and it was just an incredible night. And that never happens. There's always something that goes wrong, always something that you've got to pull together. But in terms of bad crazy, there was one tour that we did, and we had a bus driver who was he was an older guy, and they can get a little crazy. Anyway, we were driving from New York to South Texas, and we had 2 or 3 days to do it. We lost where the trailer hooked up to the bus, that broke off. So our trailer was like on the ground as the bus was driving. This was at 4 a.m, just outside of, we're in Massachusetts somewhere on the way to New York. We got a welder to come and fix it the next day, and that cost like $1,000, but we got it done. And then we loaded the trailer. About 3 hours down the road, one of the tires on the trailer fell off, and our bus driver didn't realize again, so he's dragging the trailer. And then we stop, and we're like, man, we gotta figure this out, because it's not gonna, the way it was, we couldn't fix it again. So we had to get rid of the trailer, and I had to rent a Penske truck the next morning when I could find one. Drove from somewhere in Virginia to Atlanta, where the bus company was from. And so we drove through there. Our bus driver, as we're getting into Atlanta, calls me about 30 minutes out, and he's like, hey man, he's like, I'm having some chest pains. And I was like, holy shit, dude, like pull over, like you're having a heart attack, and please don't kill everyone else. I'm trying to be sensitive to his needs, but also you're driving, stop. And I was driving the Penske truck, so I'm trying to like keep my shit together after we've already unloaded the trailer, loaded the Penske, having to go. This is all whilst we have 2 days to get to Texas, which wasn't easy. We get to the bus place. He turns out he's all right. He's just feeling bad, but there was some accidents and stuff along the way that kind of were his fault. So we ended up replacing him with 2 other drivers, and it was a quick stop. We arrived, the other bus was ready for us. We put everything on the other bus. We got a new trailer. We got everything ready to go. And 2 drivers. So we're driving from Atlanta to Southern Texas now with no time to spare. So we've got 2 drivers just sleeping whilst one's driving, no stops, unless it's for gas. And so we get to Texas. We finally make it about 40 minutes before we're supposed to play this festival. We get in, we unload everything, we play the festival, everything's going great. We're like, I can't believe we did that. That is incredible. How did we pull that off? I go to Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards because I'm like, I need some food, I need a beer, I need to relax. I get a call from one of the guys in the band, and he's like, Nui, the promoter's run off and he's not paying anyone. And I was like, did we just drive and go through all of that to not get paid? So I came back. We weren't the headline band. There was a lot bigger bands there, and their tour managers were ready to kill this guy. But it was right next to the Mexican border, and he didn't have the money to pay everyone, and he fled and went to Mexico. So that was fun.
Oh my gosh,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
that is insane.
So that's probably one of the craziest stories I have that lasted for about a week.
That is probably, yeah, I don't imagine it getting much crazier than that. That's insane.
Yeah. You did have that one merch guy that like broke all the bones in his body that one time.
That was the exact same tour, I'm pretty sure. I think that happened like 3 days after we were in Texas, or I can't remember, but we were definitely in. Yeah,
was this the festival I was at?
That's the one you're at. That's the one you helped me with, because I literally, everyone was like falling like flies around me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you saw me at my worst. I was literally a shriveled human. Just get me through.
That's I'm man.
Because after that, So What festival show was like, we had a week at home before we had to go to Europe and start touring. So I was like, and I was living in Texas at the time, so I was almost home, and I was like, I can't wait to just go and sleep in my own bed tonight.
Yeah, because I was on the flight home with like 3 of them, and I was like, okay, like I wonder if they're responsible enough to like make it to the gate on time, and they did, and they were gambling in the airport. So I was like, okay, like they made it, but now they're also like rolling dice in the airport.
Oh my
goodness.
Keeps them occupied. But that's literally the job of like tour managing, and it takes years off your life, but you've just got to figure out how to get to where you've got to go and make sure that things happen and everyone's happy. That's the job.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well,
that's crazy.
And now, okay, well now you're more relaxed. You're with Sound Talent.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I wouldn't say I'm more relaxed. I'm still working in music. Music takes its toll in any facet.
That's true. So what exactly does your current position entail?
So I work directly for Dave Shapiro, one of the owners, and also an agent. I'm basically his assistant. So, all the bands that he works with, I, have a reasonably good day-to-day relationship with most of their managers and some of the bands. It's really fun. It's an aspect of the industry that I wasn't knowledgeable on. And I enjoy learning. I like changing things up a little bit. And this opportunity was one to get me off the road, because, my wife and I want to have a family soon, and I don't want to be running around the world while she looks after my kids. Like I want to be with them too. So this was more of a family decision to be like, I'm going to stop touring now. I'm going to get a big person job, and even though I'm in my mid-30s, but it was an easy decision to make.
Yeah.
I spoke with Dave probably 2 or 3 times before he offered me the job, and I never looked back. It was just one of those, I'll take it and then I'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah. So are you permanently in California now?
Yep, I live in San Diego now.
Nice.
So cool. It's really cool out here. It's 100 degrees today, so I'm going to go jump in the pool after this. But
100?
Yeah.
Like actually literally 100?
I believe maybe like 98 or something like that, but it's hot.
Oh my goodness.
It's like in the 60s here.
Yeah, it's really nice here.
We get real fall here, surprisingly enough.
I do miss Atlanta. I loved Atlanta's a good time.
It is fun here. I like it here. So
all right. Well, we have a few more minutes left with you, and we'd like to put that. I don't want to say play a little game, but it's not so much of a game. We actually pulled some photos, some interesting photos from your Instagram, and we want to hear a little more. We want to hear a little background and a little bit of a story behind them.
Yeah, we took a page from Hot Ones, and we're gonna interrogate you on some photos.
Absolutely. So hopefully you can see what pops up. Yeah. Give us a little background on this.
So this was actually our honeymoon. We were in Belize, and that's right near the border of Guatemala. I'm hoping I'm getting my countries right. But we went to some Mayan ruins, and it was really cool. Like that was so. My wife's super adventurous. She works in like nature conservation and stuff. So she's all about like she wanted the adventure tour. At this point of our honeymoon, we stayed in it was a like a treetop tree house basically at a resort, and it was incredible. But every day we were like cave diving or going on like insane hikes. It was a lot of fun. But then when I got to my part, we went. It was like a beach seaside little cabin, and I got to sit there for 3 days and do nothing. It was great.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, next we have. I thought this was really funny.
I remember taking this because I was on a break from tour, I believe, and I remember going to this burger place called Twisted Root Burger, I think it's called. Anyway, I think it's a Texas chain. And I was just in there, and I saw that, and I was like, "This is too good. I've got to." I don't know why I thought I'd Instagram that, but it is good.
I feel like there's so many good Chuck Norris jokes, and that one I hadn't heard before, so I was like, I'm definitely pulling this one.
Solid.
Definitely. All right, this one I just thought was gorgeous. Give us a little bit of background of this picture.
I'm trying to see it. I believe it's Chicago. So my wife's family's from Chicago, so I would have been flying in for Christmas, I believe, or someone's birthday or a wedding or something like that. I've been there so many times for family stuff, but yeah, I love Chicago. And is it Chicago? What does the caption say on my Instagram?
Oh, great question.
I don't know.
I think it did mention Chicago.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
it is Chicago.
Yeah.
My screen's a little funny, but yeah. So Chicago, if I could live there, I would. I love it there. It's so much fun. The culture's great. The live music's pretty good. And it's just, I don't know. I get good vibes there. I like it.
That's awesome.
I always get a traffic ticket in Chicago, so I stopped going.
Right, you gotta slow down. That's
Well, I was following tour buses, so.
Oh my goodness.
This was in 2013 before I retired from fangirling.
Another crazy tour story. We were driving into Chicago once. We were about 45 minutes out, and two of the tires on one of our trailers broke, and it was for a day off. So we were driving like long hours just to get there. And then we were 45 minutes outside of Chicago, and we were stuck on the side of the road in the snow. And everyone's like, I just want to get to the hotel and relax, because we'd been, I think it was like 7 or 8 shows in a row at that point. So I ended up getting everyone in Ubers. And I just left the bus there. I was like, we'll figure it out later.
Oh my gosh.
We did. Oh,
What
yeah.
is this one.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the bar, but it is in San Diego. It's on the beach. And one day, my roommates and I, we went to, so San Diego is like a bunch of beach towns and then the city. So we went up to a place called Pacific Beach, which is where all the college kids are, and there's some great bars there. This is all pre-COVID, by the way. And we were like, let's do brunch and see where the day takes us. So we were like, all right, let's just chill out. We had brunch, and then it was like, let's keep going. So we went bar hopping on the beach. All these bars are on the beach. And so we got on bird scooters, and we went from Pacific Beach down to Mission Beach, down to Ocean Beach, and then down to downtown. So basically, we just went bar hopping all the way. And this one is in Mission Beach, probably one of the 3rd or 4th stops. So I was still in a good condition at this point.
All right, we have one last one.
Oh, yeah. So about 2 weeks ago, I cut all my hair off. I don't know if you can see in there, but it got very long. I was too afraid to go to a barber during COVID, so I waited it out for a while. But this is in my backyard in California, and that was
coming to California.
I jumped on that thing, I think, about 3 hours after I took that photo. Well, I didn't take it, but after I was in it, and it's no more. That thing popped, and we need to get another one. unfortunately. I tried to call my friend who was a guitar tech, and I was like, please help me. I need a guitar tech. And he was just like, don't
I
worry.
only work on real guitars.
That's so funny. Yeah, I saw that float and I was like, that is great.
That is a good one.
But I believe the caption for that had some sort of State Champs song in it. And I do remember having Elevated by State Champs ready to go when that was actually happening at the time. It was great.
That's so good.
The last time I saw State Champs, so I love State Champs. So I saw them and they have a song called Remedy, and it's my favorite song. I feel like you probably know. I feel like at some point during SOF, as I told you, I was like, if they play this, I have to go. But they played it one time. I always told myself, I was like, if they play it, I'll crowd surf to it. And on like the tour before their last one, when they were still playing songs off that album, they opened with it. And so I was the first person to crowd surf and I got dropped. And Derek's like, no, get her up. I'm like, please, just don't leave me here. I'm perfectly good on the it wasn't like heaven at the Masquerade. And I'm like on the dirty floor. I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good down here.
My first time ever crowd surfing also got dropped, but I went back up because it was at a day to remember. I was like, oh, I have to do it.
Nice.
I have to go.
I'm a little older than you guys, but one of my favorite bands growing up was a band called MXPX. And they came to Australia and they would play like 800 cap shows, like so big rooms, but not massive rooms.
Yeah.
One where you could get up and you could stage dive. And so I remember being like 14, 15 and getting up on this stage and like singing parts of their songs as like they were playing, just like getting onto a microphone. And then a tour manager like nudged me and I was like, all right. And I went and stage dove and the whole crowd just went like this. And I just went, and it was like, the stage was like 8 foot high. So it was a big drop.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
That's
Been paranoid doing that ever since.
It's dangerous.
It is very dangerous. Yeah, it's not something I would do now. I think I'm probably past that hump in my life where I could ask someone to lift me up in crowds.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
yeah. Okay. So one last question. Your choice. If you get first post-COVID show, what's it going to be? If you get to pick any band.
That's a good question. Honestly, I'm going to go to any show I can, like anyone that's like the first one back, I'm going to it. But
it's gonna be like Dolly Parton.
You know what? You laugh.
We would go see Dolly
I went
Parton.
to a Florida Georgia Line show, and it was one of the best I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
No, if I could go to anyone, it would be Blink with Tom back in it.
Okay.
Solid.
I would say I'll see what I can do for you, but you have a better chance of that than I do.
Like as long as I can get in his ear to like actually get back into the band,
You got to get him to stop chasing aliens first, though.
No, that's important stuff. We need.
It is, but also like you were in Blink 182. How do you walk away from Blink 182 to like chase UFO? I would get if it was like another not so popular band, but like he left Blink.
I honestly respect him more because of that. I think it's a hard decision to make, but he followed his dreams, and good for him.
Good for him. Well, our time has come, but we are so grateful that you came on with us today.
It was a pleasure. I'm so stoked that I'm your first guest. That's great.
Yeah. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning, but this was fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much. So much.
Likewise. Thank you guys very much for having me on.
Of course, yeah. And if we're ever post-COVID traveling to California, we're going to bring guitar floats to your pool.
You got my number. Hit me up.
I will. All right. Thank you so much.
No worries, guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Righty. That was it. Yeah, that was so much. What is in my hair? Is that what that okay. I think it's just my hair. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that is it. Thank you so much. As always, you can follow us at She Headings on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Tumblr, Pinterest. My follows on Pinterest. But yeah, and then tomorrow's episode or tonight's episode will be up tomorrow on Spotify, and you can check it out. And on Friday on YouTube. And we'll see you guys later. We love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.